that is really crucial. And if I had got a partner 5 years ago, we wouldn't have made it, because if I had kept on this evolving and they had not, it wouldn't last. So our journey is about our evolution and how we as a woman are evolving. We've just crossed the line into the new paradigm, the new cycle of 26,000 years of light. We have come out of the 26,000 years of darkness, which is, the science has proven, this is how long it takes for, what is it, the Earth to go around the sun, or I can't remember what the sequence is, but there's a cycle that's 26,000 years, and it's just come to an end, along with the 5,200 year cycle of the Mayan calendar, which crossed the line on the 21st of December. Believe it or not, doesn't matter. That was like when you cross the equator in an ocean liner. You go, one moment you're in this water, the next moment you're in this water. They're the same water, but there's a line that marks the division of the halfway mark across the planet. And we're here, we're in this. And so where we've come out of is this, per se, 26,000 years or 5,200 years of very strong masculine energy that as women, we have lost the embodiment of the feminine. And we've had to learn to survive in a very different way. And anyone who uses their feminine wiles and veils and sensuality, gets caught. And when somebody perceives us as being very feminine, as being very alluring, we are looked on as someone who's dangerous. It's just the way it is. I as a woman have to get over that. I as a woman have to know that that is my embodiment, and it is a gift for anybody who comes to meet me, men and women, young and old, also animals. Animals will be the greatest beautiful teachers for me in how I'm accepted as a gentle feminine goddess, a feminine woman, to offer some energy, whatever that is, and my presence. And it's also how it will come over as a confident or aggressive or angry in the same way. And so for women on this journey, the ones I've met, most of them are very independent. I haven't met a lot. There are more and more, because we have to. It's it's part of the time frame to learn. One of the biggest lessons is how much you can surrender. How much do you give up? How much do you learn what security is? And initially, a lot of women, not all, but there's a lot of women who take the journey, and they do it on a retirement account. They have maybe a family house, or they have a holiday house, or they have a bank account, or they have an inheritance that they're getting, or there's some, in the background, there's some piece of security that if anything goes wrong, they can go back to the normal life. Their bills are paid, they know what they're going to do, they have there's something there. There are other women who do it with nothing. And that is where we ultimately, we don't have to go there, but it's ultimately where you learn the most. To do it when you don't have the bank account, where you don't have the home to go to. It's not to say that you don't have a safe place. I mean, my children would always have me, oh, Mom, please, come and visit us. That's not the same It's, it's there, but you don't have that security. The security is here. This is all I have. I have nothing else. And it's been the hardest part for me to actually grasp onto. That I'm worthy of just this. Worthiness and value is something that us women give up. It's something that society chooses not to allow. It is a vulnerability that is so deep that I think we as any woman who is walking this path, you are not just walking it for yourself. You are walking it for every human, not just women, but every human that's ever walked this planet. Through eons of time, we are walking that road now for these people, for these lifetimes of energy that we're holding. And I need to keep honing that skill. It's like a muscle. I keep honing it and honing it. And in the journey, I also need the men to help me see how far I've come. When we are just when I am just get the reflection back of other women, as friends or as challenges in relationships, as living, either living situation or just a friendship or a jealousy or a business or whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. When I just have the feminine view to look at, I miss a part of me. Yesterday I was gifted by this reflection of in a completely serendipitous connection. I had asked to be able to connect with men that were able to meet where I am in the journey and in the work, and to show me and to help me learn. And lo and behold, out of the blue come two men that allowed themselves to hold space to help me move some energy that I didn't even know was there, but they could see what I was holding. And I allowed, in that presence of safety, that we did a collective healing session. And the healing session was them helping me with that masculine, patriarchal, ancient memory that I was holding within my cellular frame. And they, as two warriors, helped that move through, honored it, accepted it, said what it was, and then thanked me for holding the feminine that they were able to go to that place too, in understanding their feminine aspect, for them to grow through that. This is the work. It's not. It's there that I as a woman can forgive the hurts and the pains that I've received from my father, from relationships, and from eons of times that I remember being abused or burned at a stake as a witch, or whatever I conjure up in my mind, I can justify. This, when I see it from that point of view, I can forgive. I forgive me for my role, and I forgive the masculine for their role, and I forgive the collective humanity of history for the role that has been a teacher in this, and that we're moving into this beautiful, beautiful lotus of opportunities in the feminine power. But we have to know And I have to know my role, how I can hone that in order to have a presence for somebody else, to hold that container, for somebody else to walk in and go through their thing, and when it's time, I can walk away, and that presence is left. And I moved to the next. It's so, as women, it's not to give ourselves away, but we do in certain ways. It's to consciously do it if we do it. It's to consciously know our value, and even when it's not obvious to somebody else, but to still hold the value. I know who I am, I know my mission, I know the power and all that. And it's just in the breathing that maybe it comes through. And that's all I can do, that's all the next lady can do, that's all the next man can do. It's a topic. What is it within another that so ignites the fire within, that enlivens the lost, that the breath, is it as gentle as a breath of wind, as flowing as a water's course? A touch of no connection. A touch so powerful, there is no connection, yet you know. This is what we work with. This is who us women are. This is who the men are, and this is what we work with. This is what communicates, and this is how we live. This is how we teach the children. Wow. I don't know if that answered any of the question.